Anyway, going backwards now. You're pretty new to crypto, right? In the big
Hmm.
scheme of things. Um,
Yeah, just about 2 years now.
and you are a anarchist or libertarian,
Yeah, voluntarist as well. Just
voluntarist,
a,
and
a free sovereign human being.
okay, um, which so are we. And is that what brought you into cryptocurrency? And do you see the connection between libertarianism and cryptocurrency?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I came to it from an economic background. I studied economics in college and, learned about the Federal Reserve pretty early on in my life. My dad actually explained to me how the system worked like way back when I was 10 years old. And so like I kind of avoided the whole topic for a while, but during the 2016 elections, it really just became unavoidable to talk about these subjects and talk about how this Federal Reserve System has been manipulating our economy for over 100 years now and basically like walking us to this economic demise. And we saw some of that happen, in 2007 and throughout history. Some of the, biggest economic depressions stem from fractional reserve banking systems. So, I kind of started looking more into it and started being outspoken about it. And then eventually got into the anarchist community and started talking to the wonderful people in there. And obviously, it's a huge topic with them and a huge topic with libertarians. And I was a huge Ron Paul supporter as well. So that, all of a sudden I found out about Bitcoin and I was like, wait a second. I was like, this could actually work. And I came into Bitcoin through Steemit. And that was kind of like a personal thing. I like to write and blog sometimes, but I had this like irrational fear that somebody was going to, take all my beautiful works of art and do something malicious with them or pass it off as their own. And when the blockchain developed Steemit, I was like, hey, I can actually post my articles on the internet and they are attached to me and I can even get paid for writing them without having to go through a publishing house or getting like a really huge followership, etc. And that's how I came to Bitcoin and then realized the true power of not just cryptocurrencies but the blockchain technology in general and applying it to the industries around the world.
Now, when you met Ron Paul, for the first time? Was that with us when we met Ron Paul for the first time? Yeah.
At the Nexus conference.
How awesome was that?
I've
Awesome.
only fangirled twice, and Ron Paul was one of those.
It was amazing. We talk about it all the time. It's probably the
My
best.
Yeah, yeah. I was actually telling the community about it today in Telegram. Our community has grown by like 300 people in the last couple of days because of the Binance listing mostly. But of course, I'm like, hey guys, like that's great, but that's not the most important thing. Like we're talking about technology here. We're talking about humanitarian aspects, about freeing people, about making it easier for them to do the things that they love to do through these awesome, revolutionary, technological tools. So I was like, everybody was like, wow, Ron Paul was actually there too. So I'm like posting my picture and talking about the double rainbow and how awesome it was to meet him and like freaking out.
We regularly bring up the double rainbow,
We have to.
and make
Yeah,
sure you tell anybody you ever come in contact with, because I do. I
It,
tell people on the
yeah.
bus. I tell them everywhere.